Okay, so the Fed system has some employees involved, and it's run by a 7-member board of governors. A 7-member board, so it's a committee that ultimately controls the supply of money. These 7 people determine how much of this is floating around the United States. Pretty powerful group, right? One of those 7 people is the chair. And who is that currently for the United States? Ben Bernanke. So one of these is the chair of the Fed, and today that is Ben Bernanke. He just got renewed. He did a 4-year term, and he just got renewed for another 4. So the chair serves a 4-year term. Serves a 4-year term. The other 6 members, of which he's kind of one of them, by the way, serves a 14-year term. A 14-year staggered term. So what we mean by staggered is that when one comes due, they don't all come due. So it's staggered over that 14-year period so that we don't have a bunch of members coming due all at once. The reason that's important is that the Federal Reserve Board of Governor members are appointed by the President. Appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate. So these are appointed by the President. That would be President Obama, the big president, the top cheese here in the country. Appointed by the President. And we don't want one president filling up the whole Federal Reserve all at one time. So that's why we have staggered terms, so that it doesn't put too much power into one particular president, so that there's some consistency over the 14-year run. Now, a couple of little highlights. Most Federal Reserve governors do not serve the full 14 years. Once they've served on the Fed Board of Governors, their human capital, the value of human capital, all of a sudden goes up dramatically on places like Wall Street. If you've been on the inside track to this group, you're pretty valuable to some big-time financial places. And so the chair of the Fed gets paid second to Barack Obama. Around what is Barack getting paid? Anybody know? Because it went up recently. It used to be 2. Is it still 2?
I said too much.
2. Oh no, let's not go there. All right, so is it 240, 250, 300, 400? Okay, they ramped it up to 400. Back in the old days, it was much less. The second highest paid person in the government system is the chair of the Federal Reserve. Now, when you go to Wall Street after working in one of these, so my point with that is that these guys are paid somewhere less than that. You're going to be getting a paycheck for $1 million plus easy. You'll be getting paid $1 million easy. So people serve their time, do their public service, and then the 14 years all of a sudden looks like kind of a long time sometimes, right? When you got opportunity cost goes up. So they typically don't spend the whole time there. And so if somebody leaves early, then whoever that president is, of course, ends up appointing a new member. Now, we have a former Federal Reserve governor that graduated from Ottawa University. that is Wayne Angel. So he also created my position here, so I am the Wayne Angel Chair of Economics. That was partly due to Wayne donating $1 million gift quite a ways. So he took some of that salary that he earned on Wall Street after he left the Federal Reserve, and he plowed it right back into this institution, and he's done other things as well. So Wayne Angel was one of these 7 guys. That's pretty unheard of for a small school like this to be getting somebody to serve in that capacity. Quite an honor. So just thought I'd highlight that for you. There are 12 Federal Reserve banks scattered throughout the nation. So I know some of you, how many people took a tour? I guess you can take a tour even without me. I took a group of students to the Federal Reserve last semester. How many people have been to a Federal Reserve bank, even with or without my class, but just at some point? Yeah. They're kind of fun to go to. You get to see piles of cash and carts of things, and it's a good tour. I think it's good for every American to see what's going on with all this stuff that runs through our fingers all the time. So there are 12 Federal Reserve banks. And if you pull out your wallets or purses, if you got some currency, I know currency, this little exercise is getting harder and harder to come by, it will tell you where that bill was printed or where it came, where it originated from. Now some of the new ones aren't doing that quite as much, but pull out some money and let's see if we can nail, usually with a class of this size, we should be able to get each one. So on this little thing here, on the front side of your bill, I've got San Francisco. That is 1. So why don't you name them off what you got? So right on this little emblem here on the front side of your $1 bill, down on the lower part, right on written in the rim there, I've got Atlanta was another one. What is it? Richmond, good. What else? New York. St. Louis. Chicago. KC, that's the one we went to. The United States. No, that's not one. What's that? Which one did you say, Chelsea? Pennsylvania. It should say the city on there. Yeah, on the newer bills, they've changed that. Philadelphia. That sounds good. Any other ones? Boston. I'm just looking for ones we have. I'm just kind of curious if we can fill out the 12. Minneapolis, but I'm not asking to guess where they are. I was kind of hoping to see what we have in class. Cleveland. We're getting close, aren't we? So, is that it? Did we run out of bills to actually fill out the run? Dallas, I think, is on the list. I can't even remember them all myself, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Dallas, I think, would be, I think there's the Dallas Fed. That would be our 12. All right, we'll pick up there next time.